What up, y'all? Welcome back to the TheStereoVision podcast.
What up?
Got another great episode for y'all today. We're going to talk about some new music, and we got a lot of it this weekend.
It's a crazy week.
Yes, sir.
Crazy week in music. A ton of new releases. What was your favorite project that came out this week?
I mean, the most notable I got to talk about is that Savage Mode 2.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen it, we did a reaction. Go grab that.
Peep that. First reaction video. But, 21 and Metro really just came through with a banger.
Yeah, the expectations were like sky high and they surpassed it.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say they surpassed expectations. Execution was off the charts. I think they executed on every level from every little bit about that album. Like, there's not much I can say badly about that album besides the Drake verse was weird.
Drake was the worst part of the album. That was the worst song in the album. What was it? Mr. Right Now?
Mr. Right Now.
Can't be doing that.
But I like when Courtney said that that song was almost as bad as that song title. Because I was really thinking about it. I'm like, Mr. Right Now, that shit's corny.
Yeah. We'll also real quick address the SZA thing because she kind of cleared that up. She said that it was in 2009 that they dated, so she was legal.
She said he was just trying to rhyme it with weight.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is I'm praying that SZA was not just trying to cover up and lie and save face for Drake because he's not worth it. SZA, you are perfect. She remembers that eye contact we made at Flug 2 years ago. I swear to God.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, she's perfect.
That's what everyone dreams of, that eye contact you make with a singer.
It was probably 15 seconds. I promise. It was probably 15 seconds, and it was
hop in the DMs.
It was magical.
I might
know.
I'm
getting some clout.
You remember a couple years ago?
Almost at 1K. She might hit me back.
Nah, but I really think, especially for me, I wasn't really expecting much because I didn't hear any singles.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of touch on that later because that's really interesting because everyone loves 21 Savage. Everyone's hyped about 21 Savage. He has the memes and stuff going around. So he's the type of person that if he drops a song, it's going to get attention. It's going to get play.
For sure.
And it was almost more strategic, I think, that instead of doing that, they dropped the trailer with Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah. And it just played into the whole cinematic aspect of the album.
This album was a movie.
It really was.
It was, I don't care if you like 21, if you don't, you have to respect the artistry of this. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he ain't just throw random interludes in there. He said, I'm going to strategically place Morgan Freeman at the end or beginning of songs and let him have his own speaking interlude when the time is right.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Love that.
And you said something when we were doing the reaction, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know about that, but I'm ready to say that Metro was the MVP of the tape.
Very much so.
And I think he was just in like a whole different kind of bag. Like, it wasn't things I'd heard from Metro. I know some people say they're tired of Metro beats. These didn't really sound like Metro beats.
It was
to
sophisticated.
Me. It was sophisticated.
This was a very sophisticated sophomore effort that was much needed because I love the original Savage Mode because it was the hardest tape I heard that year. Mm-hmm. It was going to get me ready for whatever. Like, you're just hype. You're high energy.
Yeah. You remember the first time you heard that shit.
Yes.
You remember
And this is 21 saying, I'm a little bit older. Mm-hmm. I'm more used to the spotlight. I've been in this industry for a little bit now. I know the ins and outs. I could get the right types of people. Let me formulate a sound that puts where I'm at life on notice for everyone, You
can't not love seeing the growth of 21 Savage. It's been so in your face. You can't ignore it. And like with I Am Greater Than I Was, you saw it coming. He almost did it. He almost put together a great album, but there was just too many lows on that thing. The highs were high, but you could tell that he was on the brink, And
it definitely helped with like the shorter length. I don't think he's an 18-track artist.
No, me neither.
That's not a knock on anyone. It's just like, you have to really have a focused concept that you want to get out if you're going to put out 18 tracks.
Yeah, 100%. No, this was the perfect length. There's just nothing I can complain about. I'm addicted to it. I'm listening to it right now, like every day. Did you have a favorite track off it?
I mean, Thug, The Go, YSL, rich nigga shit. Mm-hmm. Don't play with that, man. Ever. That was the smoothest beat of this year, maybe, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, they were, my favorite thing to say is, they had to lace up the skates one time. They weren't rapping on that beat. They were skating on that beat, bro.
I'm not mad at that. They were, and it's top 3 for me.
Wild.
Maybe, I don't know. I gotta sit with it more. I don't think any song's better than Many Men.
Many Men, my dog, bro.
My dog. Oh my God. I love Sliding. I love Sliding. Yep. I love Glock in My Lap. You could pick damn near any song on that thing and say it's your favorite track, and nobody could really bat an eye.
At all. And it's really crazy that such a hard, highly anticipated tape came out the same weekend that we had a lot of Sad Boy vibes.
Yeah, talk to me about Tiller. I know you love your Tiller.
Bro, all right, first of all, I already touched on it before. We're going to talk. Listen to that deluxe album. if you haven't already, you know, before you go into Anniversary just to set the mood. Anniversary was pretty good, bro. I'm really happy with that, especially after what his like sophomore like effort was, you know, with what was it called?
True to Self.
True to Self. It didn't feel like his heart was in it. And even if you don't love this, and I'm not saying it's better than Trap Soul or anything, and I think it's kind of like in the same vein, but just showing a little bit more growth. I think you're just happy to hear him make music that it seems like he cares about.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like he might have that fire in his belly again. Drake redeemed himself, thank God.
Yeah, at least he was on one good track the week.
Jeez.
I really liked the album too. Yeah.
I like the better R&B effort more though. I like Givion's EP more.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think I like Tiller better.
Wow.
And I love Giveon. You know, I love Giveon. You know, Take Time is probably my favorite R&B release of the year. I don't think this EP was on the same level at all. I agree. Or on the same tier as Take Time. I thought it was really good. I thought Stuck on You is a great song. And what's the best you ever had?
With Snow Allegra, you talking about?
No,
or the
no,
one
I'm
before
talking
that?
about
Or the one
the
after
second
that?
track.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't even, bro. I
think
really like this album, man. I really like this album.
What's it called?
Let me find that. I like too much music this week. Still Your Best.
Oh, Still Your Best.
Banger.
Yeah.
And when it's all said and done, it's even such a good intro. It sets the tone. And like, it's short. This is a 4-song, 11-minute EP, which is perfect for him because I want to see. I feel like he might go 3 for 3 this year. I think he might drop another one.
I'd love to see that.
You know what I mean? I want a trifecta or something. He's clearly cooking up something. An album has to be in the works.
For me, it was really good, but Take Time was so like nothing I had ever heard. You know what I mean? The first listen through, I was just like, this like pitch of voice over this kind of production. I was like, oh, and the concepts, like I'd never heard anything like that, and it blew me away. So it was gonna
right
be
after
really
Chicago
hard.
Freestyle.
Yeah, it was everything about that was perfect. That's gonna be in my top 10 regardless this year. But this was a good EP. Yeah. But it sounded a little bit I don't know. I don't want to say familiar, but it didn't sound that it didn't sound like I expected Giveon's next release to sound.
So with someone like him, right? We've heard one EP from him, right, and a really cool feature on
and a couple singles. There were a couple 2018 singles, yeah.
So are you mad at him almost perfecting his craft, kind of staying in a similar lane and getting really good at it? Because I feel like at this point, Take Time was like what? 5 songs? 7. This is 4. So like if he gives me 9 total or whatever it is, like I can't do math right now. But however many songs he gave
7
me.
7 plus 4?
I wasn't thinking, bro. 11. I'm
thank
sorry.
Thank you.
I don't want to think that fast. But if he's giving us 11 songs that sound similar, you know what I mean? And he hasn't expanded his range yet.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping off that necessarily, but I do see what you mean. I don't want him to get complacent.
And for me, it's not even that. I think these songs would have fit on Take Time. Like, I don't know if it was the lane. I think it was a slight digression. The music's really good. I don't want to take away from the music at all. And I did love the conceptual aspect, how it clearly exists in the same universe as Take Time. You know, it's clearly
trash interlude.
Yeah, I know you didn't like the interlude.
Very corny.
I think it was a little corny, but
yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong for that. I'm wrong for that for saying it's trash. Right? It was obvious. I think that's what I was thinking. Like I love Giveon and his creativity and his uniqueness, right? And for artists like that, when it's almost like when you do something that I could see coming, it's like, damn, I didn't need that. Like, I wish I could have connected the dots myself between Take Time and when it's all said and done.
I didn't like when he name dropped Take Time. Because we could have connected the dots because the last EP was so conceptual. Yeah. And like just from the second song, you know, like Still Your Best, that's clearly the next phase after what he talks about on Vanish, the last song on Take Time. You know, clearly some time has passed and clearly now, you know, this girl that he made the EP about is with someone else. You know, like it was obvious. I agree. Yeah. But I like what he did. You know what I mean? I like it. It was a good project. I really liked it. Another project that came out this week that surprised me was YG. YG 400.
What was YG's last release before this one?
It was For Real in 2019.
Yeah, and I really like that one. That was one of my favorite YG songs, Hard Bottom of White Sox.
Oh yeah, you
I reviewed that.
I didn't love that album. I loved like I think he had a song called Brenda Had a Baby, right? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I like that. I like the storytelling. I didn't love that album. I listened to it. It was cool. I think this was definitely his best release since 2016. because the album before that was trash. You know it was the red cover.
Yeah.
With Go Loco and all that shit. You know, that shit. And, Shawty got a handgun. That shit was terrible.
Bro, not Rocky. I was about to say, this man YG, right?
Yeah.
So, he's undisputably real. Mm-hmm. He's that guy when it comes to gangster rap. Like, he's synonymous with it. No one's going to dispute that. So, what was really interesting for me on this was he almost seemed to go a little more poppy on this. A little more like mainstream, radio friendly, not in terms of the content, but just in terms of that sound. Because I feel like Lil TJ, that feature, he has a real radio friendly voice.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't love that song.
Things like that. I didn't hate the album at all. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a really big improvement over the last couple of things I heard from him. But like, I did notice that, and I think that's almost expanding for YG.
Yeah, I think it was a little more poppy maybe than For Real, but I think it wasn't as poppy as the music he's been making the last 4 years. Because, you know, he's clearly had cash grabs the last 4 years. Yeah. Every song he makes with Tyga. You know what I mean? He clearly is going for radio hits, I think. But this one, it sounded more like Still Brazy to me.
Yeah.
And it's an iconic album. I'll tell you that Still Brazy and My Crazy Life are both two, like, top 25 projects of the decade, probably. That's probably bold. That's probably bold. I'll probably say, if we're including Still Brazy, I'll probably say top 40.
Yeah, you got My Crazy Life is crazy, though.
My Crazy Life's definitely top 25. Still Brazy probably top 40. I don't think there's that big of a gap. I think Still Brazy's really
YG can be that guy. YG's really talented. I'm of that mindset. I don't think anyone can, like, you could say whatever his content is, but he's really talented. He has a lot of flows.
Yeah.
He has a lot of different flows, and that's what I always walk away. If I don't like the project, whatever my feelings are, he came with a lot of different sounds, you know? He doesn't get complacent like we were just talking about with Giveon. He has every reason to just go on and make anthems all the time, and he does, and like we said, he does a little crash grab sometimes, but
and just LA needs that. LA needs YG. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been a staple, because he was, you know, there with Game and Nipsey. Like, now they're both, you know, Game's irrelevant and RIP Nipsey, you know. But like,
he's holding it down.
LA needs him. I just wanted to shout out one track I fucking loved. I need to remember the name. It's War Scars. I'd never heard of Tay 2XS. He broke him. He doesn't even have anything on his Spotify page yet, but that was one of my favorite songs on the album, and just one of my favorite releases this week. I thought that song was really good.
I got to give a shout out to the featured GOAT too, Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh, with the song with Gunna on Surgery.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I just feel like anybody could go to Ty and say, "Hey man, can you hop on one track on the album?" And he's gonna make it he's gonna at least make it radio friendly. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, people are gonna like it. I love Ty, bro.
I love Ty.
He's really talented. I want you to talk about something that you've been putting people on. Put the people on Larry June. Talk about it.
Oh my God. Talk about it, man. The Larry June album. If you don't know about Larry June, you got to tap in, because he's having some kind of 2020. He's dropped 3 mixtapes so far this year. We'll call them EPs. Yeah. They're all like 6 to 8 tracks. And each one, he's picked a different, like, excellent producer to make the whole tape with. And I think that's what's really making these projects hit so hard for me, is because they're so cohesive because of the production. The first one was Cruise USA with Cardo, which is in my top 10 of this year. Every track's a hit. There's no misses. Yeah. Larry, as a person, is hard not to love. You know,
that's what I've noticed.
He's all about that healthy lifestyle. He has a brand, a clothing brand. It's literally just healthy across the chest. The water bottle is just healthy. You know, he's always talking about drinking smoothies, riding his bike, smoking good weed. You know, he's just healthy, and like, he's infectious, and the music's great. He's super West Coast. From the Bay.
Infectious is the best word to use for him, because you could put that on in 90% of settings.
Swear to God.
90%
Swear to God.
And someone's going to bob their head at least, man. At least. Like, I'm someone who, like, has definitely been put on a lot from him this year. And every time I hear new Larry June, I'm just like, why do I why can't I just vibe this? I feel what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel his vibe. That whole healthy energy, I feel all that throughout all of his music.
And he's someone that you could, like, he's one of those artists I think you could put on his whole catalog and listen to it all day and love it, and not even need to, like, grab songs. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just so consistent and so, like, himself all the time, that everything he makes, if you like Larry June, you're gonna like.
I think he's made, over the past 2 years, if you're looking for, like, music content, between 2019 and 2020, man's dropped, what, 7 projects?
He is addicted. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
He lives in the studio.
Yeah, he definitely works harder than anyone. He addresses that on the new album. He talks about it. But yeah, he's got the 3 tapes this year. Cruise USA, which we talked about, Orange Season, which was a collab tape with Cooking Soul.
Oh my God, a
So
SoundCloud
fire.
legend, bro. Cooking Soul.
And then Keep Going is the tape that we're talking about, which he did with Harry Fraud. That's the new tape. Harry's having a great year too. He dropped a really great project with Currency. And I really like to see Larry kind of integrate himself into that lane with Currency. You know, like I'd love to see Larry June on a Wiz Khalifa song.
Currency's a GOAT.
For sure.
OG.
For sure. Spit is different. Bro. And I didn't even know Adjusted to the Game came out in 2022.
Yes, bro.
That was, yeah.
Can we clap it up for producers though this year, bro?
Yeah.
Like shout out y'all for getting your flowers now, man. People like The Alchemist, Harry Fraud, like Cardo, every Metro. Y'all are showing up and showing out this year. For real, bro.
For real.
And it's like, I feel like when this whole, I'm not going to call it like a mumble rap era, but I think like this modern day rap era that we're in right now, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of emphasis on production. And production has made a lot of the hits that we've heard over the past like 5 years.
It's more important than ever.
But I feel like a lot of like people who aren't music heads like us don't know all the people that are making the anthems that they blast every day.
Swear to God.
You
Swear
know?
to God, yeah.
And like that's like
it's a shame because
it's terrible.
You look at a song like Blueberry Faygo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the boy Callan who made
Yes,
that
sir,
beat.
Callan.
He made that song. You know, I think he carries that song. Mosey does his thing, but I think the reason why that song is so infectious and why it was such a massive hit is because of that instrumental.
Yeah.
You know, but nobody's gonna tell you like, oh, Callan did his shit on this.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
the last thing you pay attention to sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless you think with that mindset.
Also, you were capping with 7 projects. 9 projects in the last 2 years. 9 full-length projects. If you love music, tap into Larry June because there will be a plethora of music and it's all excellent. It's all excellent.
I'm trying to see what else dropped this weekend, bro. We had a big weekend for me.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to think if there were a couple singles that came out.
I think that might have been everything, bro. That might have been everything. I wanna get into the really exciting news this podcast. That Kendrick stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the Kendrick stuff.
So I'm gonna let you go off because you for sure know more about this than me. But from what I've gathered, there's just been some rumblings. We gotta start that all off. This is all speculation.
Yeah,
we don't know anything for sure. We're reading stuff off like Twitter, the internet, you know. So
let's backtrack for the people. So March 2020. Kendrick Lamar, Baby Keem, David Free, who's Kendrick's manager and also president at TDE, all start this little LLC called PG.
Yeah,
Lang.
and they drop like an Instagram, like they drop an Instagram page. They drop like some videos. Didn't Kendrick wipe his page?
Yeah, he wiped his page. They did the merch drop, and they had the cover of the LA Times with just Keem laying in the grass. They did it was just some mysterious shit, like everything from the website to the video was just really, really exciting and really mysterious.
Very mysterious, but very well thought out.
Yeah,
like it had this aura about it, right?
Yeah,
because when Kendrick's associated with something, he's not just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, and so Keem definitely brings his own whole hype train. Now that I think it's out in the open that Keem and Kendrick are cousins. Yeah, so whenever you have like the greatest rapper alive, his cousin, and the man that arguably made Kendrick's career, all forming this project, things are going to get exciting, But then
we see on Twitter, I'm literally scrolling, bro, and I just see some stuff saying Kendrick might leave Top Dog, right? And basically they're talking about, they might want to focus on PG Lang. They got a whole roster of people talking about Georgia Smith, Baby Keem, and I'm in my head thinking like, what? Like we just heard Duckworth where like Kendrick is literally talking about him and Top's relationship, like how they're so intertwined. I'm like, because when we see the PG Lang stuff, obviously like my head, like you have to think like, is he trying to do record labels? Is he trying to start his own thing? But like, I don't know. I somehow always thought that they could coincide.
Yeah, and I still think they will.
Yeah, I do too. Hopefully.
Just to close out with the facts, like. Because then Top said his thing. He said, I forget exactly what he said, but he said something close to rumors will run 1,000 miles before
the truth could even lace the shoes up,
There it is. And then Kendrick today. You see the video? Oh, Kendrick addressed it today. He addressed it today. And
okay, put me on.
It was a minute-long video. Okay. Says a bunch of shit. It was cryptic. It was like a blue. He was recording like a Blue's Clues doll on top of like I forget another little animal, and like there's SpongeBob on in the background. It's just like his voice over it, and he basically squashes the rumors. Okay. He says no, like they're just rumors. You know, I'm staying with TDE and a bunch of other stuff. You're not just watch the video, but basically he squashed the rumors.
Yeah,
and so he's still with TDE.
Okay.
And so here's my theory, because I've been thinking about this a lot.
Go.
And so back even before March, Dave Free had said that he wanted to focus more on video making and like cultivating Baby Keem's career. You know, he wants to, like Brock Corsan's his manager, but I think he wants to really play that role and get him to that next level, you know? So David Free is already, you know, kind of taken a step back from TDE a long time ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was known, and I think that was talked about because, you know, he's a creative. He doesn't just want to be part of this label forever. He's a really creative guy. So he's already taken a step back. And then they do PG Lang. And I think something was supposed to come in April or May, but remember, get coronavirus, George Floyd gets killed, the world goes to shit, you know, nothing's going to come out, you know? So I think everything just goes on halt with the PG Lang stuff until now. You know what I mean? And now Keem finally starts to get going. You know, he does the XXL thing, starts to get a little hype, drops the two singles, Hooligans and I forget the name of the other one, but the Fire Lil double, Sons and Critics, the Fire Lil 2-pack, and it was dropped under PG Lang, which it says is a footprint of Columbia. So you know now he's associated with a major, but I don't know if they did the numbers that Keem and Kendrick thought they were gonna do, because Hooligans never charted on the Billboard Hot 100. And I don't know if that's that surprising for someone of Keem's size, but I think it should have. And I think they probably expected it to because of the relationship becoming more public and the hype growing, you know?
You think they really thought this one was going to chart, though?
I think Hooligans should have charted.
Because what was Kendrick's first chart topper?
I don't know. I don't think it was going to top, but I thought maybe...
But I mean, like, I'm thinking...
But it's done 4 million on Spotify, which is cool. But I think they probably thought it would have done better. But regardless of what they thought, my theory is that Keem's album is coming in October.
Yeah.
And David Free has been planning on leaving TDE for a long time, but found this to be a good time. And I know it's so not like Kendrick, Top, Free, anyone from TDE, but I think it's marketing. And I think it's marketing for Keem's album. Because I think something like this, drawing Kendrick into the controversy, is going to make everyone pay attention. Why does
Free leave TDE?
Huh? Because I think he's been trying to step back for a while and focus on his own creative efforts. He's been saying that for a while.
But do you think he leaves or he takes a step back?
I
don't think he leaves.
I don't know if he leaves. Yeah,
I don't think you disassociate.
Well, because that's where the rumors started was with Free leaving, and then people said, "Oh, Kendrick's gone too." Yeah. You know, because
My thing is, you don't disassociate with that. You don't disassociate with a Death Row Records. You don't disassociate with a Dreamville even at this point. But you can still be you, be a creative and handle things. I think TDE is very in-house, right? Mm-hmm. So if Dave Free walks up to Top or anyone in charge and says, hey, I want to step back. I've done my due diligence. I'm still Kendrick's manager. I'm still going to do my part of the job. Let me step back and work on some other endeavors. I don't see why they have to like be separate entities, you know?
Yeah. That's a good point. And I'm not sure if he leaves. Yeah. But I think regardless, I think they talked about it and they said, you know, Keem has never pulled on Kendrick for marketing before, but they said, now's the time.
Yeah.
You know, album's coming out. I think it's coming out this month because you've seen him on Twitter, active, mysterious, you know, dropping the little pictures, tweeting and shit. But I think album's coming out, and I think what better way than to get Kendrick involved in this controversy and then, what's Kendrick leaving for? Baby Keem? You know, the casual rap fan says, who's Baby Keem? You know? Die For My Bitch is a fantastic album. Now I'm a Baby Keem fan. Boom, new music.
No, I'm not.
And he just dropped the single. I think it's marketing.
Marketing is very smart and very cunning. I would, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. We wouldn't see it coming from Kendrick, but that almost makes it all the more smart of an idea. You know why I was mad about all this? Because my twisted head, the only thing that I've read from it was Isaiah Rashad album might get delayed because they don't know when Kendrick's dropping.
That's all you cared
if you know anything about the TDE schedule, it's supposed to go Reason, Isaiah, Kendrick. But if Kendrick leaves and they don't know when Kendrick's gonna drop, then they're like, should Reason drop? Then that delays Isaiah, and Isaiah's gonna drop the best album of this year if it comes out this year.
Unless Keem does drop in October,
it's still gonna be Isaiah Rashad. But you know, so things like that. It just really affects everyone, bro. Like label stuff is crazy. Labels are crazy, and I think it really just hits home when you see there's not that many labels that ring a bell in your head. When you hear TDE, OVO, Dreamville, things like that, like YSL, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Even like, I don't even like QC, bro. Like these labels that artists like are repping, bro, is really becoming like a big thing. I think more people are gonna do that too. Like they want to be part of labels that they feel like they started, you know?
Yeah. Well, we've talked about how the majors are going down and how, you know,
it's time.
Corporate labels, the 3 labels are probably archaic, probably on the way down, but we can talk about that on another episode. But think about, like, just from Kendrick's perspective, it seems like such an easy thing to do. You know what? Yeah. Start a little rumor, squash it in 2 days, generate, you know, huge hype for my cousin, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to look too deep into it, you know?
I hope not.
And I'm kind of excited because now I think Keem's dropping this month when I wasn't sure before.
You really think Keem is dropping this month?
I do. And also, I think he was supposed to drop in the summer. Personally, I think he was supposed to drop in the summer. I think PG Lang was supposed to hit. They were supposed to wait a month. He was supposed to roll out this because this deal with Columbia has been done. Okay. Like I remember talking about it with someone back in November. You know, at Columbia, they were telling me about Keem, and I just think it got delayed because of COVID, because of everything that happened, and now this was a stunt to kind of.
How much music have we missed out on because of COVID?
I don't think that much. I think if anything, it'll get delayed, pushed back. But I think what's made up for that has been the people that have pushed music out. You know, because there's 2 kind of artists, and some have thrived. You know, I think some have really put the foot on the gas and got going and dropped some really great music and dropped a lot of great music.
I kind of gonna switch up the topics on you just because I just thought of something I want to talk about. Just who do you want to hear music from? What are some albums that you gotta get in the next 2 years?
Gotta get in the next 2 years.
In 2020, because you know whatever comes out 2020, that's gonna be great. But what has to happen the rest of this year or 2021, guaranteed. Like I need that. Give me 3 at least, 3 artists.
I mean, normally my default would be Keem, but I'm not gonna say that because we just talked about him for a minute. And we talked about Kendrick, but I'm going to say Kendrick. Okay. I am going to say Kendrick.
Give me that.
Because, you know, duh. Yeah. But also just, duh. You know, there's nothing more to say about that.
Duh.
Besides Kendrick, who do I need music from? I'm not going to say Zay because you're going to say Zay.
I wouldn't even think. Like, I you know I love Zay, so I'm going to be there with it. I was just, I literally forgot who I was thinking of this whole time. Oh, A$AP Rocky.
Oh,
that's
my God.
what I need music
really
from.
Need
I need a Rocky album.
I'm with you on
After
Rocky.
when was Sweden? When was he in Sweden? Last year
ago, 2019.
Man, I wanted to hear him do something after he got out of there. Rocky ain't giving us nothing, bro. He dropped like Babushka Boy, and that's it.
And it was fire. I love
Babushka Boy.
Bro, I was
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Definitely need music from Rocky. Who else?
I need a Rihanna album.
That's coming, right?
I don't.
Coming.
Rihanna, Frank Ocean, same category. Need music from both of y'all. 2 of my favorite artists.
Never gonna get excited.
Ain't never gonna get that.
Yeah, except you see the Frank Ocean theory tied to LeBron.
Oh yeah,
the pigeons and planes. Shit. I love that shit.
2 goats.
It's believable. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the people. I feel like a lot of the people that I need an album from are gonna give me an album, you know?
All right, so let me get some predictions at least. I need someone other than out the TDE camp, you know, PG.
I need a Sada Baby album.
Okay.
And I know we just got one, but I need another
one.
I love Sada Baby.
Okay.
And I need a Sada Baby album. I need another Maxo Cream album.
Okay. Where's Maxo from?
Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then before we get into him, shout out Detroit Rap, bro.
Shout out Detroit Rap.
Because, man, once again, y'all gonna hate me because I say I sleep on everything, but I was sleep on the scene, bro. Y'all are blowing up, bro. Like, blowing up, bro.
It's a renaissance. And
your basketball and football teams are awful. Awful. But wow, y'all got some music.
Yeah. No, Detroit's hot right now. Detroit, yeah. Who else you need an album from?
We got Gambino this year.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tyler last year.
Yeah, we got Thug last year.
All right. So, nah. Okay. I mean, if you aren't listening to Earl Sweatshirt, he just dropped Feet of Clay Deluxe this year. Fire. I need a full album again.
I couldn't fully get with Feet of Clay. He's just moving further and further from the mainstream, which is cool.
Heinous, bro. He's insane.
He's so good. But, like, I just can't really listen to many songs.
He will out rap your favorite rapper on
agree.
any beat,
And
bro.
I agree.
On any
and
beat.
I agree. But it's just not music that I can really listen to in a daily setting.
Oh, we're dumb.
Huh.
New York. Who the king of New York for you right now?
King of New York for me right now.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke.
All right.
Pop
R.I.P.
Smoke,
Big
then West Side Gun.
I need the Joey Badass album.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I need a Joey Badass album, man.
But we just got that EP.
Exactly. We got an EP.
What do you think of the EP?
I really like The Light.
Yeah, The Light was
Shine
cool.
Around, yeah.
I don't know, man. That made me less excited for a Joey album. And it shouldn't have.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, it was good.
I think he's in a new headspace.
But I want a Joey to come for the throne. I want a Joey to be GOAT Joey that we
How
all
do you do that,
know that
though?
he can. I don't know, but I don't think what he's doing is that.
How do you even take the throne of? How do you take the crown from New York? Like who?
Well, it's kind of up for grabs right
yeah,
now.
He
just needs to drop a great album.
But no one has it.
All he needs to do is drop a great album.
But he's not gonna have it.
If he drops
He
a great
won't have
album,
it like Hove had it. He won't have it like Nas had it, like Biggie had it. You know what I mean? Like when they were fighting for the throne, there was an aura about it.
Yeah.
When Joey had it, it's just like, all right, someone had to have it. Here, you go.
Yeah.
Almost. I want someone to really assert. That's R.I.P. Pop.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Pop. But if he gets, I think if you give him 2 or 3 more albums, that's what he's doing.
I do too. Oh,
like
I do too.
It's not.
I think
it's,
one more album because
you know
how I feel about Shoot with the
you know,
Moon. We don't gotta
that
get into
man-
it. Top 2 this year. That's top 2 this year, and it's rising. So at this trajectory, it's for sure 1 next month.
No,
But-
Pop was different, bro. Pop
Yeah.
was very different.
Well, I mean, I feel like Griselda's kind of bringing that back to New York a little bit.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not as accessible for many people, so the storylines aren't as juicy.
How old is Griselda though? Their members are older.
Yeah.
Their members are older, and I think that's the one thing they suffer from.
Yeah, I do too.
Because go.
I was just gonna say, did you hear the new West Side Gun album?
Yeah, I think
Sunshine.
What was it called? With the cover art with the blood and it was like a children's painting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I listened to it once.
Cool.
I listened to it
cool.
once.
Mhm.
I like West Side Gun. Like, what was the album? Supreme Blientele.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
ever since Supreme Blientele, like I love West Side Gun, but like I said, if West Side was doing this when he was like 26,
Yeah.
the amount of clout and fire that he would have behind him, but I feel like he's been dropping music forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's in like that, Rock Marciano, you know who that is?
Yeah.
Like him, Rock Marciano, they're in that same kind of category where they just like, they're
I put
almost
Freddie Gibbs in
underground.
that category.
Ooh, and I think Freddie Gibbs has almost transcended it.
He's trying to.
I think he did it.
I think he did too for me.
I
Yeah.
think he did it with he did it for me with the last tape.
Bandana.
No, he didn't. You know what he did it for me with? And people aren't gonna remember this, bro. If you remember the Freddie tape, like
Yeah,
it was just called Freddie when
yeah.
he was doing like a little R&B cover, promoting it, bro. That promo was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
And just got me so ready for that album. I've been rocking with him ever since Exponential, because I love Pinata, but that like made me think he was.
You know why I love that album?
Huh.
03 Greedo.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. 03 Greedo on Death
Yeah.
Row. That was a collab
I
of
love
my
that song.
dreams.
I love
In
that
my
song.
Yeah, well, okay, if we want to talk about people I need an album from.
03.
I need an 03 album.
03,
Free the
bro.
fuck. Oh my God. Free 03. Free 03. Because, he's
very good.
but also
very
he
good.
kind of filled the tank up. You know what I mean? Like he's been dropping like studio recorded albums.
Yeah, because
we
he
need
just
to-
dropped that Kenny Beats thing last year, right?
Dropped the Kenny Beats thing. He dropped a whole tape with Ron, the producer, a month ago.
Yeah. Oh,
And it was all studio recorded. If we got to free someone though, it's Draco, because all that he's putting out is these little collect call freestyles, because he has no music left. You know what I'm saying? So he's literally rapping over the phone and putting it out.
What?
And it's kind of, I mean,
That's kind of hard.
it's hard, but it's not.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you can't blame him for that. That's out of their control type. You know what I mean? But those are some good albums that I need people from. Let me look at this.
Yeah.
Let me look at this. I need a full length Blast project. Just
I was
more
gonna talk
music.
about it. I didn't want to say Blast or Beano just because they've both dropped so much music this year already. You know what I mean? But like they're an instant tap in.
Oh, Masego, need an album.
I'd love a new Masego album. That would be real cool.
I'm just looking now because we've been blessed in 2020 with some very good music.
Facts.
I'm pretty satisfied, honestly.
Yeah, we kind of heard from everyone. That's why that was kind of a hard question, because it's like, damn, who hasn't dropped?
Yeah,
You know?
I feel like it's almost things like the Gambino thing, right? Like that didn't feel like a Gambino drop.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I love the album, still in my top 5 and everything, but it didn't feel like a Gambino drop.
Well, but what does a Gambino drop feel like?
Oh, it's monumental.
But I don't.
It's monumental, bro.
I don't know if it is big anymore.
And you
where Donald Glover is in his career, I don't know if a Gambino drop, if he wants it to be big and huge, because he really is in that artsy lane at this point with all he's doing.
Man, were you not mad? I love the album, but I was mad that he dropped it on that website first. And then then I heard about it kind of late, so then I go to the website, it wasn't on the website, and then I was like, when is this album going on? Am I ever going to hear about it? I forgot about it, then I got surprised with it, so I was happy, but I would have almost been more happy if he was just like, album coming. I could have got hyped for a week, heard the album, like, okay.
Yeah.
But I guess
it fits the feel though with the timestamp titles.
Fact.
You know what I mean? I don't think he wanted it to feel anything bigger than just like.
And I didn't see the site, so I don't know how artistic it was.
I didn't see it either. I listened to it on Spotify.
I didn't listen to it on the site, so I don't know what I was missing out on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll shut up on that. You know what I mean? Because
I love it. We love the take.
I love it.
We both love the take.
I'm nitpicking.
So
you know
don't be
what
mad.
I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for this episode, y'all. Thank you for rocking out with us. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel and everything. Peace.
Peace.